welcome to Hauppauge Gaming. I'm Fallinfrog, and it's time for another tip of the week. Last week I showed you guys how to add Twitch chat to your scenes in OBS, and it also works for XSplit as well. It was a great way to interact with your viewers and also keep tabs on your chat as well. We used a browser source in order to accomplish that task, and we're going to be using that again today as we add a follower alert system. So we're going to be using a system that will add follower alerts, subscription alerts, donation alerts, and hosting. So if anyone decides to host your channel onto their own, and you happen to be live while that happens, you can get a notification, as well as all of your viewers. So this is a great way to really get some engagement going in your channel, especially early on. If you have a really good follower alert that will make people want to hit the follow button, especially if it's varied. There's options to have more than one follower alert, so it'll be randomized depending on so it's kind of a fun little thing, and it's a nice way to reward people for actually showing your channel some love. In order to do that, so last week, before I go into Twitch alerts, we are going to be using Twitch alerts. If spoiler alert. Last week I showed you guys Night Dev. That's what we use to add cap chat to our streams. They also have a follower alert, host alert, subscribers. They have these as well. And I use these. These work just fine. They work great. I used them when I first started streaming. But once I discovered Twitch alerts, I've never went back. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm actually in an incognito window, as you notice, just so I can show you the login process as well, just to show you how easy this is. So I'll even maximize this a little bit. So this is your Twitch alerts page. This is the home page. They just show you what it is they offer, and then some basic statistics, just to try to give you some general information. What we're going to do is launch Twitch alerts, and we're going to connect it to our Twitch account. So you want to go ahead and connect to Twitch. And then it's going to bring your login page. So I'm going to go ahead and select my Hauppauge Gaming, and I know that's the wrong password, so I'm going to put in the new one and enter. All right, and if you're already signed in your browser, you don't have to worry about logging in every time, but you do have to log in the first time. And there's actually one more page before it brings up your dashboard. If it's your very first time, you're going to have to authorize Twitch to allow Twitch alerts to pull information from your channel. All the information it's going to be pulling is what you see here. Follows, subscriptions. If you are partnered on Twitch, you can also show off anytime you get a new subscription active. But donations, donation amounts, things like that. What I like about Twitch alerts is the dashboard also keeps track of all that. So you can see however many new followers you've had in the last couple of days. Any recent donations you've had. It keeps track of all that, which is really nice and handy. They do offer a ton of other features, wish lists and donation goals. So if you want to raise money for a better headset or a new microphone, or even if you want to upgrade your HD PVR, you could set up a donation goal that has a little bar with the progress that fills up. And then every time a donation is made, if it's made through your Twitch alerts links that it gives you, you've gone through and set all that up, you'll actually see the progress while you're streaming, which is really cool. We're going to be using the alert box, because the alert box is what they use for all of your follows, donations, and hosts. Those are the three primary things that you're probably going to be using it for. Especially if you're new to not necessarily new, but not partnered. If you're partnered, you can also use the subscriptions, but most of us probably won't be using that because we're not all partners. In order to set this up, though, so you're on your alert box. You're just going to plug in this URL right here. We're just going to plug that into OBS or into XSplit. Now, there's also another way you could do this. If you don't want to use browser source, or you don't have browser source, you could also hit the launch button. It's just going to open up that URL in its own web page, and then you would just leave this open and do a window capture. You'd also want to probably chroma key that color key that background out, which I showed you guys how to do in the green screen video. You would just apply that filter, but it's so much easier if you just use the browser source. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we copy that URL, hit X. So just make sure you have this URL copied. toggle boxes, you can toggle subscriptions, donations, what information actually gets displayed at that link with these check boxes, but we're just going to leave them all. So go over to OBS. We're going to add a new browser source, and I'm going to rename this alerts. And this, because this is just general, this isn't just for follows, this is also going to be used for donations and hosting and subscriptions as well, but we can test them, but we won't get any. So let's replace the OBS project URL with the Twitch alerts / alertbox / version 3 or v3 / random string of characters. If you copy that and put it into your OBS, you're going to be displaying Hauppauge Gaming's follower alerts. So don't use that. Use your own link that you got from Twitch alerts, unless you're streaming on Hauppauge. If you want to stream on the Hauppauge Gaming channel, get in touch. Get in touch with us. Let us know. We'd love to have you show off, especially if you're if you're using NHTP VR and you want to show it off on the channel and hang out. You could totally do that, and then we'd appreciate if you let the viewers know. Anytime someone follows a channel while you're streaming, it would be up to you to make sure to have that information displayed to them. So otherwise, yeah, use your own link for your own channel, because it's going to help you for the next step, which is actually testing it. So we've got our Twitch alerts window right here. Right under that, we have alert preview, so we can test this. We're going to test the follower alert right now. That sounded like it was being doubled. Okay. Well, it works. It's displaying our follower alert. Let's also try the donations. And then finally, we're also gonna do hosting. Pretty easy. Now, as far as customizing all of these options, we're gonna skip media sharing because, for one, it's still in beta. Two, it's also just, I haven't even messed with it very much, but it's a way to let people, if they donate money, they can also send a link for a YouTube video, and it will show that YouTube video up in your alert box, which gets kind of dangerous when you start letting viewers of your channel start posting, having a way to show content, because it's a very easy way for trolls to show unwanted stuff. But you can also set timers and things like that, but we're going to skip it. Alert settings. So the first tab, alert settings, these are just your general settings. Background color is this is whatever color you would want to chroma key if you were going to do a window capture. You don't have to worry about chroma keying anything if you're using the browser source. It's not going to display that background. But then you can also add a delay to the alert. You can also change just the generic layout. You can have image on top of text. You can have image directly underneath text with text on top of the image, literally. And then you can also have image right next to the text to the left. But then the other tabs, this is where you actually fully customize. And from a previous recording, I actually forgot to take off the taco, but we actually don't use anything over on Hauppauge Gaming as far as images go. If I remove that, if I hit X, we actually don't use an image at all. It has the taco there. I've also got my variation, so that's cool. Let's go ahead delete that. But we have all these different settings here for our follower alerts. You could change the layout specifically for the follower alert. So if you wanted if you had everything else was image on top of text, but say every time someone followed, you wanted it to be placed differently, this will take precedence over what you have set in alert settings, if they're not the same. But then you've got different, the alert animation. This is, this is actually how the alert comes into view on there. It can fade in from the top. It can fade in from the bottom. It can fade in from the right or left. Just play with all these different settings. See which one works best for your channel, especially depending on what kind of a theme you have going on. You saw the giant dancing taco, so let's get down to that. Under image, which actually I'll go back up to message template in just a minute, but image, we don't use one on Hauppauge Gaming. We just have it say, the text, thank you, is now following. If you go underneath stock files, you can actually find the images. Twitch Alerts provides these for you, so they've got like ribbons that you can use. You can use these and then have the text over it, and it will display whatever text with whoever's following. Or you can have these crazy little characters like the taco, the star, Tails, Link, whatever you want. You're also not limited to those. You can add your own. I've actually made my own. Since I like to make animations, I've made all of my own little animations, complete with variations as well, and then my own donation notifications. It's something that I've had a ton of fun doing, and it's always evolved on my channel. So if you'd like to do that too, if you like to make your own, or if you like to find funny animations on the internet, you can do that as well and upload all of your own. They fully support uploading your own images and things like that. And then as well as sounds too, so you can upload your own sound files, and then they have pre-selected sounds, which is what we use over on Hauppauge. I think the follower alert one has been uploaded. It wasn't by me, but it's there and it works and it's really good, so we continue to use it. Then you have some volume settings, alert duration, so you can have control how long the alert will actually last on screen before it fades away. And then your font settings, so you can change the font, the size, and the color to make everything, depending on what game you're playing as well. You may want to change these depending on the game. If it's a dark game, you don't probably want bright, shiny colors. Lots of different things that you can play with there. But going back up to message template real quick before we wrap this up. So we've got curly brackets, name inside of curly brackets. Anytime, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save settings just to make sure I'd saved it with the no image. Yeah, no image. Pay attention to, it's gonna say Hauppauge Gaming is now following. So wanted to wait for it to quit before I start talking. Hauppauge Gaming is now following. So curly brackets, name, whoever follows, it plugs their name in. You can actually change this to whatever you want. So if you wanted it to say, thank you, space, curly bracket name, for following, you could have it say that, thank you, Hauppauge Gaming, for following. Which let's just test it and see. So there you go. You can fully customize this, and then of course go through and do your donation settings. If you're going to do donation settings, you're going to also need to go into the My Donations tab and actually plug in your account information, your PayPal, and you're going to set up a whole page. That's a completely separate video topic to go through. But if it's something you've already done, if you've done it with other systems, it's easily transported over to, you can easily transition it over to Twitch Alerts if you wanted to start using that. Or you could use your old system too. You could use that in conjunction with Twitch Alerts, because you could just toggle off donations and you wouldn't have to worry about it. If you do change any of these settings up here, if you toggle, if you're going to turn off subscriptions, turn off donations, it's changing our actual URL. So you're going to want to make sure to re-plug in your URL and, make sure you update it inside of OBS. But that's it. I just really wanted to, I didn't mean to actually take the window away. I just wanted to introduce you guys to Twitch Alerts, because it's the next step up. I introduced you to Night Dev last time and showed you how to add your chat, which, as I was doing this video, I noticed they have a chat box now. I did not know that was a thing over here on Twitch Alerts, so they're just expanding even faster than I can keep up. But they're doing a chat box, and it's probably the same way, similar with Night Dev, what we've done. So I'll play with that and see if it's worth doing a video for, but otherwise I don't know what I'll cover next week. If you guys have any suggestions, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to try to give you guys any pointers or help you out in any way I can. So I can't do that unless you let me know down below, or hit me up as a message. My name's Fallinfrog. I also want to say before I wrap this up that in 2 weeks, specifically every Saturday we do we've brought the Hauppauge Gaming podcast back. I want to invite you guys to come back. Follow the channel Hauppauge Gaming at twitch.tv/Hauppauge Gaming. Follow the channel because this month, the last Saturday this month, I believe it's the 27th, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to literally pay you guys to come watch the podcast again. So I'm going to be giving away currency for winner's choice. Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, Steam, what do you want? Let me know. But that's whoever wins. So we're going to probably do a raffle if I can get that set up, or, trivia or something. I don't know. But you got to watch a podcast. You got to be there in order to win. So I wanted to formally invite you guys, and hopefully you'll tell your friends about us. Tell your friends, and hopefully why would you? Because that's competition. But we want to have a good time. We want to come by and have a good time. So we do that every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just talk about the gaming news. So want to welcome you back, and literally going to pay you guys to come back. So we'll do a giveaway. Probably be doing a giveaway on the Frogcast, which is every Friday night, the night before. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If you show up, you'll be able to have a chance to win. So thanks for watching, you guys. See you next week.